Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Israel, a great battle was about to unfold. The Philistine army, known for their immense strength and intimidating warriors, had gathered on one hill, while the Israelite army, led by their wise and courageous King Saul, stood on another. These two formidable forces stood ready for the ultimate clash. Among the Philistine ranks, a monstrous figure named Goliath emerged. He was a giant, towering over 9 feet tall, clad in armor that shimmered like the sun. Goliath's reputation preceded him, for he was undefeated in combat. His mere presence struck fear into the hearts of even the bravest soldiers. Meanwhile, in the Israelite camp, a young shepherd named David had been sent by his father to check on his brothers who served in the army. David was not a seasoned warrior like the others. He was merely a boy, but one whose heart was filled with faith and courage. When he arrived, he heard Goliath's thunderous voice echoing across the valley, challenging any soldier to face him in single combat. David's heart burned with indignation at the Philistines' blasphemy and his lack of respect for the God of Israel. Despite the discouragement of his brothers and the doubts of King Saul, David volunteered to confront the giant. The king hesitated, fearing for the young man's life, but David's unwavering belief in the Lord's power convinced him to allow this audacious endeavor. Rejecting the heavy armor and weapons offered to him, David approached the brook, selecting 5 smooth stones and placing them in his shepherd's pouch. Armed only with his sling, he stepped onto the battlefield to face the hulking Goliath. As David stood before his formidable opponent, the giant's laughter rumbled across the valley, belittling the boy who dared challenge him. Goliath mocked David's lack of armor, jeering at the seemingly hopeless mismatch of strength. But David, his spirit undeterred, looked deep into Goliath's eyes and declared, "You come to me with a sword and a spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." With a prayer on his lips and faith in his heart, David whirled his sling above his head, releasing a stone with a force that defied its small size. Swift and true, the stone soared through the air, guided by the hand of God, finding its mark with a resounding thud, striking Goliath squarely in the forehead. The mighty giant stumbled, his strength waning as he crashed to the ground, the earth trembling beneath him. The Philistine army stood frozen, struck with awe and disbelief. A silence fell over the valley as the impossible became reality. The giant who had been their champion now lay lifeless, defeated by the unwavering faith and determination of a young shepherd. With Goliath's defeat, a surge of jubilation rushed through the Israelite army. They charged forward, unleashing their battle cry, driving the Philistines into a panicked retreat. Victory was theirs. A victory that originated from the unwavering faith of a shepherd boy who dared to stand against insurmountable odds. The story of David and Goliath has echoed through the ages, teaching us that with faith, courage, and belief in something greater than ourselves, we can triumph against all odds. It reminds us that the seemingly insignificant can achieve greatness, that true strength lies not in physical stature, but in the depths of our hearts and the power of our convictions.